Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So the other nations have refused to let go the children of Israel, starting with the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you add sin unto sin. You take our holy land. You call it yours. You take the lands of other people. So there's a judgment written that has to come to pass. So it says, Jeremiah 50 and 33, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go, northern and southern kingdom. Which is why the so-called white man has a price to pay. He helped forward the affliction on the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans by putting the other nations above us. Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not caught off in their iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. So he's supposed to flee out of the ways of America, Babylon the Great, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. So it says, Jeremiah 51 and 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not caught off in their iniquity. So you're not supposed to be cut off in the iniquity of America, Babylon the Great. But 2/3 of our people, they continue to follow after their own way. They despise the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. It says, for this is a time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. So you other nations, you're upset that the Most High God has raised up the Israelites once again. And it says that the nations have drunken of her wine. So you other nations, you're drunk of the philosophies of the so-called white man, right along with 2/3 of our people. 2/3 of our people, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are Israelites, will be coerced into taking the RFID chip, which is a mark of the beast. These are those that will be caught up in Jacob's trouble, which is the beginning of Armageddon, World War III. These are the things that are coming upon America, Babylon the Great. FEMA camps, martial law, one house invading another, a great famine of a lack of water, a lack of bread. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be that she may be healed. So the scriptures say, America, Babylon the Great is going to be thrown down in 1 hour. All the nations of the earth will see the destruction of this great whore. The elect will be delivered out of America, Babylon the Great. It says, Jeremiah 51:9. He would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, every one into his own country, for her judgment is reached unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies. Revelation 17:14. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. What is the beast? The revitalized Roman Empire. Revelation 17:14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords, kings of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So so-called white man thinks he's going to make war with the chariots of the Most High God. And with those that are with him, Yahushai, Hamashiach, we call Jesus Christ. Those that are chosen and faithful. This is talking about the elect. Those that get delivered out of America, Babylon the Great, via the chariots of the Most High God. That are given spiritual power. So this damn devil, you're out of your mind. If you think you're going to come up against Hamashiach Yahushai. Revelation 17:15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, and naked, shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So the rest of the nations that are following after the so-called white man and his ways will come up against America, Babylon the Great, to burn it up. Revelation 17:17. For God had put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, and to the words of God shall be fulfilled. So now is the time when the words of God are being fulfilled in these latter days. So these other nations are going to hate the whore, America, Babylon the Great, and burn it up. Revelation 18:10. Standing afar off with the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So in 1 hour, the Most High God is going to throw down America, Babylon the Great, for shedding the blood of God's chosen people, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. As it was in the days of Egypt, so shall it be in these latter days. This is the plan of the so-called white man, to starve you out into submission through his propaganda, through the RFID chip. So you other nations, you're finished. And we say, the water Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, for letting us see this day. Revelation 14:16. And he that sat on the cloud. Revelation 14:6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory unto him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. So we're giving you the everlasting gospel. it says, verse 7, when the hour of his judgment is come. So all this is going to happen in 1 hour. Then you're going to have Armageddon. As the RFID chip is implemented throughout the whole earth. This is the hour of temptation, the beginning of Jacob's trouble. The scriptures say that the so-called white man will come down with great wrath, sparing none. Revelation 14 and 8, they're fallen. Another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So wine is compared unto philosophy. America, Babylon the Great, fornicates with all nations of the earth, just like it was in ancient Babylon. The Tower of Babel, bring all nations together. These things will not come to pass. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So the wrath of the Most High God is the ICBM missile coming upon America, Babylon the Great, to turn it into a wilderness. The elect will see these things happen from the skies. Revelation 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The Most High God is going to throw down America, Babylon the Great, turn it into a desert. Why? Because they drunk the wine, the philosophies of the so-called white man. So many will be deceived in these latter days into falling into the so-called white man's new system, which will be thrown down. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Revelation 18 and 3. For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath for fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So like it says in Obadiah 1 and 4, those that have ate thy bread have lifted up the heel against thee. Thou art despised amongst the heathen. So-called white man, goddamn devil. Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and their days shall not be prolonged. So the times are near for America, Babylon the Great, to receive its judgment. 2/3 of our people are going to receive the same judgment as these other nations. The ICBM missiles, burning it up. These are those that are coerced into taking the RFID chip. So the elect will understand not to do these things. These are those that follow the Lamb whatsoever going. These are those of the nation of Israel. Yahushua Mashiach, who you call Jesus Christ. You said salvation is of the Jews. And you worship you know not what. Isaiah 29:9. Say yourselves and wonder, cry out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. So 2/3 of our people are drunk, but not with wine. They're drunk with the philosophies of this world, the philosophies of the so-called white man. Most High God is going to destroy you. Isaiah 29:10, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, has he covered, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he say, I cannot, for it is sealed. So 2/3 of our people have been blinded by the so-called white man and the ways of this world. The elect will understand. 2/3 will not understand to flee from the shadow of this world. Isaiah 29:12, and the book is delivered unto him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he say, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near to me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. So 2/3 of our people do not fear the Most High God, creator of heaven and earth. They fear man. They fear the commandments of men. They have no faith. They have no understanding. They do not seek the Most High God in their youth. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall one her make. For my mouth it hath commanded, and the Spirit it hath gathered them. You're supposed to seek the words of the Most High God, the prophecies of the Holy Bible. Repent as Israelites. Seek the Most High God while he still may be found. Make your supplication unto the east. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Give him no rest till he establish, till we make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So we're not going to give this wicked kingdom rest till the Most High God delivers his elect, until the last of these prophecies come to pass. Numbers 35:33. For you shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the so-called white man has a lot of blood on his hands. And it cannot be cleansed. The land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it. This is going to happen via the ICBM message. We don't have to do a damn thing. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle, the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness, which they have prescribed. To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, that they may rob the fatherless. And the scriptures speak about the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. We ultimately as a nation became those things. We left our power. We left off the law, statutes, and commandments. We put on the ways of this world. Catholicism, Christianity, which is nothing but lies. So our people have been lied time and time again. Isaiah 10 and 3. And what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will you flee for help? Where will you leave your glory? Zechariah 1 and 3. Therefore say thou unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn ye unto me, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you, saith the Lord of hosts. Most High God is calling back the elect of the nation of Israel. Time and time again as He sent the prophets out, saying unto His people to turn back unto Him. Zechariah 1 and 4. Be not as your fathers, to whom the former prophets have cried, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn you now from your evil ways, from your evil doings. But they did not hear, nor hearken unto me, saith the Lord. The Most High God is telling you to return from your evil ways. Return back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Return back into the belief of Hamashiach Yahushua. Understand the prophecies that will come to pass. Thus saith the Holy Bible. So these are the things that are coming upon America, Babylon the Great. The mark of the beast, the RFID chip, Revelation 13 and 16, martial law, FEMA camps, a great famine, lack of bread, and lack of water. How can you be so foolish, you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans? Zechariah 1 and 5. Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my statutes, which I commanded my servants the prophets, they did not take hold of your fathers. And so do you. You do likewise, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, despising the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, despising the words of His prophets that He has raised up in America, Babylon the Great. So Most High God is going to be justified in destroying you so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans, the majority of our people. So 2/3 will not understand, but the righteous will understand. the elect. Zechariah 1 and 6. And they returned and said, like as the Lord of hosts thought to do unto us, according to our ways, and according to our doings, so hath he dealt with us. So we're still in under subjugation. We're still subject unto payments. We're still subject unto this man's system. But there will come a day when the Most High God will deliver us out of the oppressor's hand, via the chariots of the Most High God. So 2/3 of our people, their God is Esau. Most High God is going to destroy you for that. Zechariah 1 and 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, say, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. Zechariah 1 and 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. So in that day, the Most High God is going to be jealous for his people. And he's making it known by preaching of his word throughout the four corners of the earth. As it is written, He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So Zechariah 1 and 15. So 2/3 of our people, they're at ease. They're at ease with this man's system. They're comfortable with being against the law, statutes, and commandments. And they help forward the affliction unto those that believe in this word. Zechariah 1 and 16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and the line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet, say, thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities, through prosperity shall ye yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. Book of Haggai 1 and 6. You have so much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe ye, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain, bring wood, build the house. And I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. So that their temple is a spiritual temple. That is the people, the elect of the Most High God, the elect of the nation of Israel. So you're supposed to seek this word, constantly meditate. You're supposed to be growing in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Those that come out and teach, you're supposed to be out teaching your people. Luke chapter 11, verse 52. Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye enter not in yourselves, and them that were entering in, ye hindered. So you have other camps. They're not giving our people the 100% truth. This is what Hamashiach Yahushai spoke to the Pharisees back then. Sellouts. They preferred to keep their